Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Mponini here and I know it's been a little bit of a while. Anyway, I'm back. Thank you for tuning in and I'm so excited for today's video because it is a video about Portuguese and Spanish and I'm going to be doing it all in English. You know what? Since it's about those two languages, let me start this intro all over again. Bienvenido de nuevo, bem-vindo de novo ao meu canal. And like I said earlier, today's video is gonna be about Portuguese and Spanish. And not so much Portuguese versus Spanish, but more of me answering several remarks, questions, comments that I usually get from people who know that I know a little bit of both or I speak a little bit of both. And some of those remarks, they range from like, why would you learn Portuguese when you know Spanish, or vice versa? Why do you even want to learn Spanish? There aren't any Spanish speaking countries in Africa. Let's correct that now. First of all, there is a Spanish speaking country on the continent and there's only one, and it's in Equatorial Guinea. It's called Equatorial Guinea. It's not in Equatorial Guinea. It's called Equatorial Guinea. And even if there wasn't, I would probably still want to learn Spanish. You know what? Maybe I want to learn Swedish because, you know, everyone in Africa can read Swedish. No, yeah, I mean, some people are wondering, do I not get confused when I speak one? Do I not get confused with the other? Do I not mix words, etc., etc.? And I mean, I can answer that question right now. To be honest, most polyglots mix languages. It just happens. And I do that on the daily. Sometimes when I'm speaking English, I will put a word in my mother tongue, even if I'm speaking to someone who doesn't actually even know it. So it does happen quite often that we mélange words from different languages, and it's not something that wrecks my brain. I'm not crying about it because it just is. And I mean, by virtue of me being a hashtag suitcase kid, I also want to learn more languages. I want to learn Swahili, I want to learn Amharic. I'm going to do a video where I just talk about languages I know a little bit. I just wanted to say the purpose of this video is not so much one versus the other. It's more for you guys to decide for yourself just how similar are Portuguese and Spanish, because as we've established, they're not the same language. But just how similar are they, or how different are they, and where are they similar, where are they different? And I'm going to be using beginner vocab and some beginner phrases. And yeah, before I continue rambling on, we're going to start with the basics. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. So in Portuguese, who is quem, what is que, when is quando, where, aonde, why, por qué, and how, como. So that was Portuguese. I hope I'm not speaking too fast. Now in Spanish, who is quién, what is que, when is cuando, where is donde, why, por qué, and how, como. So, I mean, I would say they're about 99% similar. Difference is pronunciation mostly, and where. Aonde and donde is probably the biggest difference in those 6 words. And then next up is days of the week. So we're gonna do Portuguese first. Portuguese, so we're gonna start with Monday. This is Monday and this is Sunday. What is this? So Monday, segunda-feira, terça-feira, quarta-feira, quinta-feira, sexta-feira, sábado, domingo. Now, if you are learning the number system in Portuguese as well, that can get confusing. Just know that for Portuguese, Monday is the second day of the week because Sunday is the first, but there is no primera-feira at all. Okay, now days of the week in Spanish. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. So, yeah, quite different. The only ones that are the same are these two, and the difference again is slight pronunciation. And out of 7, 2 out of 7 is, what is it? Less than 30%. 28%, 28 point something percent similarity. So that's not very similar. So days of the week are not very similar at wow. Okay, now we're gonna do just some common phrases. I guess greetings, hello, how are you in Portuguese. Olá, como estás? Como é que é? Like if you're like colloquial. Como é que é? Como vai? Como vai? Sorry, that was definitely como vai. And then in Spanish, very similar, I would say. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenas. You can just say buenas if you're greeting like a group of people. We used to say that to each other in the office when I was working in Madrid. Just say buenas, buenas, buenas. But it's buenos dias, not buenas dias. Can it be buenos dias? I don't know. Spanish experts, can it be buenos dias? I don't think so. But you can say buenas, like a general greeting for everybody. And then you can also say hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy el chico de las poesidos. Wow. How old are you? I don't know if people want to ask each other this, but I mean, knowledge is golden. So, how old are you? In Portuguese, quantos anos tens? Quantos anos tens? And then in Spanish, cuántos años tienes? Now, here is a language secret tip. Spanish sounds the way it looks. So when you see tienes, T-I-E-N-E-S, it's tienes. Portuguese, not so much. Portuguese has sounds that are known as diphthongs for my linguistics students out there. They're called diphthongs, and it's a sound you make at the back of your neck. So usually sounds like ow, like João, that's a diphthong. Tem, when you see an EM, EM is not M, ever, 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 ever. That's how you'll give yourself away that you're not a native speaker. It's ang, ang. I don't even know what English sound I could almost equate it to, but practice and just listen a lot and you'll be fine. Phrases, if you want to say yes, thank you very much. In Portuguese, you would say sim, muito obrigada, or muito obrigado if you're a man, and if you're cisgender and choose mas que, sei lá, pick what you want. You can say obrigado, obrigada, como quieres. So in Portuguese, sim, obrigada, sim, muito obrigado, muito obrigada. And then in Spanish, sí, muchas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Yeah, they don't have male and female for thank you. Unless I don't know Spanish really, and I've been lying to myself, but I don't think they do. Then if you want to say, I miss you so much. Hello, I miss you, hola. In Portuguese, you would say, olá, sinto muito sua falta. Sinto muito sua falta. Or you can just say, saudades. And those of you who know anything about Portugal, saudades is a very Portuguese word. There is no translation for it because it's a very sad and depressing longing for something that you've lost or haven't seen in a while, aka Portugal's territories. You're not gonna see them again. But anyway, this is not political. But yeah, saudades, you can just say saudades. I think I use saudades more than sinto muito sua falta. Do I even use that? And then Spanish, you can say echo de menos, te echo mucho de menos, or te extraño. Yeah. Please, Portuguese, por favor. You can say por favor. And I know they use this a lot in Mozambique. Topidir. Oh my wow. Topidir is the first please I ever learned not in any South African languages besides English. It was like, oh, topidir. It's like, come on, I'm asking, por favor, topidir. And you can also say faz favor if it pleases you. Please if it pleases you. So in Portuguese, por favor, faz favor, and topidir. 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 Wow, I genuinely have the rudest camera in the world. It cut. So just gonna pick up where I think it cut. And I was saying, please in Spanish, I only know por favor. And I'm pretty sure there are some like colloquial ways to say please, probably in Latin America or even in Spain in different areas. I'm gonna give you 3 of my favorite phrases in each of these languages, in Portuguese and in Spanish. Portuguese, number 1. Nunca mais falar isso na sua vida. Nunca mais. And that basically means don't you ever say that again. Ever. In your life. Na sua vida. In your life. Okay, so the second one is tá dando. Tá dando. Não vale a pena. Não vale a pena. Tá dando. And that basically means it's enough. It's not worth it. It's enough. Just let it go. It's enough. And then third one, I will pick this one, okay. Próxima paragem, Carcavelos. Or próxima paragem, Alcântara Mar. Carcavelos was a stop for my school, so I heard it all. Now moving on to Spanish before the camera does what it does best. Okay, first one. ¿Por qué te molesta? No, ¿por qué te molesta? And that means, why does that bother you? Why does it matter? Pues nada, no lo creo. Pues nada, no lo creo. And that means, well, nothing. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. This one I have to dramatize because I first heard it in a dramatic way. Manel, yo te quité y ya. I love it so much. And it just basically means, Manel, I left you, and that's that, okay? Manel, they left you. Let it go. So yeah, just quickly to conclude, I would say, for me personally, that the the foundations of these languages are the same in terms of structure. So your noun, verb, what, sentence structure, they're the same. The foundation is the same, and a lot of basic words, not all, are the same or very similar, and the only difference is pronunciation. And I can safely conclude they are not the same language. Ta? Ta. The accents are different, for sure. These are my own opinions from my personal experiences with these languages. I would say Spanish is easier to learn than Portuguese, but Spanish speakers speak 1,000 times faster than Portuguese speakers. Portuguese speakers still speak fast. Don't get me wrong, they still speak fast. But Spanish speakers rap their lives away. Portuguese pronunciation is a lot more challenging because it doesn't sound the way it looks. And Spanish sounds the way it looks for the most part. And music that helps me with both these languages. For Portuguese, I listen to a lot of bossa nova music or local artists, and by local I mean African artists for Portuguese from Mozambique or Angola. And then for Spanish, reggaeton. I will listen to reggaeton. Not only, but mostly. And if you want to know what movies or series is to watch on Netflix to like improve your listening skills or even just try speak like them, check out my video that I did on series and movies to watch in these languages on Netflix. Check it out. It's somewhere If you keep scrolling, if you go to my channel and look at my videos, it's there. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you got something out of it. If the only thing you learned from this video is that there is a Spanish speaking country on the African continent, then I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy. Or that Spanish and Portuguese are not the same language. Elka's happy, you know? So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Até logo, até já. Muito obrigada, gracias.